Start live. Hooray! There we go. On. Hey, Ant. Pull up on your phone, see to make sure. Oh, check. Check 1, 2. Well, I figured here. My bad. Check 1, 2, check. Happy Friday evening, everybody. Welcome to the All-American Sports Mall. Rare matchup here at All-American, where your Eagles will take on the Northwest Chargers in the first of 2 games this weekend. Both teams made the semifinals last weekend in Chicago at the CCM World Invite. Both were knocked out in that semifinal game in the shootout. Eagles lost theirs 3-2 as the North Carolina Golden Bears outlasted them through 3 rounds of the shootout. The Chargers defeated 1-0 as that game went 0-0 to overtime and then 0-0 obviously to the shootout as they were defeated by the Toledo Cherokee. Toledo ended up going on to win last weekend up in Chicago. So this one should be a good one. Eagles on a current win streak here in CSTHL play. They'll look to extend that here tonight in South County. We'll come at you again tomorrow night, a little earlier tomorrow night on the start, 7:10 out in Fenton, once again against the Chargers. And the boys are off till next Friday, where they'll take on the Sting out at the Mills. And then the Nashville Warriors come to town in a late edition game. We'll play them on Saturday. That game also at the Mills. Next Friday's contest against the Sting will be their first meeting with the team from the north side since game 1 of the season, a game that the Eagles lost in overtime in game number 1. Team still without the services of Finn O'Brien as he continues to rehab his collarbone injury as he's coming back from a broken one. Tried to come back a couple of weeks back up in Chicago, re-aggravated that collarbone injury and taking it slow this time to make sure he's good and healthy for the stretch run as we get into December. Already hard to believe we're in the middle of November. Another weekend here in town. We'll head to Nashville mid-December after a couple of more league contests here in town. The Can-Am Nashville tournament coming up December 12th through the 14th. I believe those dates are correct. Be a fun time down there in Nashville, and hopefully the weather will hold out. We already enjoyed today's nice weather. Tomorrow's supposed to be near 80 again, so get out, enjoy it before the cold front comes through. It gets cold again. We won't have many of these left as we get close to Thanksgiving. It'll be nice and cold, just like here in the ring. Eagles going to send out Jack Stevie, Tipton Figure, and Gavin Welch at center to start this one. Lane Presser and Nolan Matthews on defense. And Howie Clay back in net for St. Louis. Ready for the face-off and run away here in South County here in game 1 as the Chargers win this one and bring it in, but stolen away by the Eagles, top of the zone. They'll go to bring it back out. We'll do our best to bring you the angles here. Not the greatest here from the balcony, but we'll do our best. We're going to get it in. Comes along your side. We're going to lose sight of that corner. I'll try to keep you up to date as best I can on that one. Shot back in, save made. First shot of the game belongs to the Eagles. Right there. Lost that one as I was looking around the pole. So bring it here to the near dot to put out Callison Carlson and Caden Kane. Callie Mason had huge weekends up in Chicago last weekend. Multiple goals for each as Chargers win this one. Once again, they get it out of the zone to Bilger as he comes in on defense with John Schmidt. Throws it back in for the Eagles, wraps it around near side. Now we go into the corner. Chargers will pick it up and go to bring it out. Callison on him. Trying to intercept as they come across center. Back into the Eagles zone, picked up by Schmidt. He'll skate around behind the net. Fans on the shot out, and now picked up in the circle by Carlson, gives up to Callie. He'll bring it across center ice near side. Backhands it in as it kind of rolls off his stick. Eagles go for the change. Quick changes here. 1 minute in, going to third line coming out as McKay, Fostick, and Kristalovich come out. Drew puts it in far side. Try to throw it on. Intended for Fostick, goes wide. He'll clear it away as the Chargers go for a change. Picked up by Alex Schmidt. Throws it near side. Deflected out of play. We'll get a face-off offensive zone. We'll keep everybody out as Big Schmidt, and good sign as Blake Beckerly back in the lineup as he was recovering from concussion system last weekend up in Chicago. Good sign there. Schmidt able to keep it in. Now McKay top of the zone, throws it back in down low for Fostick. Ends it up to Kristalovich again. Drew will bring it around near side into the corner. Dumps it top side, intended for Beckerly. That one hops over his stick. It'll go down. Play will play it off the boards down low. Schmidt has to get there. Does, but he's got pressure. Trying to move it around, double team there. Now get some help from Kristalovich in the corner. Coming up near side. Schmidt clears the zone, cross center ice. That'll go in as they go for another change, but not quite there. Icing a call on the Eagles at 13:07 to go here in the first period. Wittenberg, Maddock, Presser, Matthews, and Callison out now as they rotate the line. Oh, this one broken up in front from the Chargers, off the Chargers forward. Comes back top of the zone. Now they drop it back. Popovich trying to knock it back in. Wittenberg able to clear it away. Hits Callison in the zone. Callie gets to Reese, but that one through his legs to the near side. The pass a little bit behind him. Into the corner. Callison gets a stick on it. Goes around far side. Wittenberg chases long into the corner, trying to get in the way. Chargers trying to clear it out. They do. Far side. They get it up into the neutral zone. Cross ice pass for Popovich. He'll throw it in for Northwest. Wittenberg able to put it off his stick and out. Chargers pick it up again off the boards inside here, near side, and put it back into the zone. Matthews has it far side in front of his bench. Cross ice pass. Trying to get it in. That one off a player. Welsh will chase in. Up to Fager. Controls in, dumps it down low for Welsh. Gavin has it down low on the backhand. Instead throws it off the boards near side. Schmidt will pick it up as Maddock goes for the change. Fager down low, can't get there now. Stevie comes in as Bilger bumped off before the puck can get to him. That dies in the corner, far side. Stevie comes in, tries to get a stick on, can't get the handle. Now he'll come over near side for the Chargers off the boards. Comes back to the circle, now off the glass and out to center ice. Schmidt there at center, flips it back. Eagles will chase as Foose plays it behind his own net. Chargers trying to move it ahead. That one up to Ernst. Gets it to center off a boot, but comes back to Benson. Shot on. Glove save there for Howie Clay. First shot save of the game for Howie. Shot apiece for the Eagles and the Chargers. 11:28 to go here in the first. Carlson to the dot, wins it back for Bilger, trying to move it ahead. Gets tied up near side, they keep it in. Vanderplum put it back down in the corner to Manola. Now we're going to get a call here in the corner. As this one apparently went up off the netting, and we'll get a restart here near side. Carlson back to the dot against Vanderpool. Wins it back to Klein. Shot on that one well wide off the far boards. Callison tried to reach and poke it out. Can't. Schmidt there to get it. Flips it over to Beckerly in the corner off the boards for Kane. Tips it out too far for Carlson out the center, but able to play it off the misplay from Popovich. Still has it. Now looks for some help, trying to drop it back to the point to Schmidt. That one intercepted by the Chargers. They flip it out. Kane dropping back. Good job to get back. Gets it up to Schmidt. Across the center ice again to the near side. Carlson fans on the first shot. Gets it back. Now he'll just carry it low. Drop it for Schmidt, far side. Pass out to the point. Nobody there as Beckerly had pinched center. Drops them back to their own zone. Now deep. Schmidt has it. Gets it back up to Kane at the blue line. Gets it out. That one off the boot of Bo. And now a clear Open ice hit, both players heads down. Oh, they're going to give Kristalovic a penalty on this, I believe. They're going to give him a trip. So the Eagles going to go to the kill here with 10:20 to go in the first period. Long the player down, but up with the help of Vanderplum and Sullivan. He'll skate off on his own power. Good to see you there. Drew to the box for 2 minutes. Not much offensive action this one. The Eagles with 2 shots on goal, nearly 5 minutes in. The Chargers with only 1 in the defensive battle here so far, and they'll go to the kill. They'll put out Presser, Stevie, Matthews, and Fager on the kill. Hurst, Bensick, Klein, Sullivan. They tried to put Crossan in. And they tried to put Crossan on for Sullivan. The referee calls that one late. Keeps Sullivan on the ice for Northwest. Eagles win the draw. Presser has it. Down low, that one poked away by Bensick, but he gets it back near side, trying to clear it away. That one off the skate and back in. Bensick chases it to the corner. Matthews on it. Centered up, nobody there. But Kipton Fager, he'll take it far side out. Ooh, can't carry it out. Left in as Ernst carried him out of the zone. Now cross ice pass to no one. Top of the zone. Klein and Stevie both kind of pulled up at it. Fager able to get a stick on it. Clears it down the length of the ice. Now the icing on the Eagles. Still with 1:28 to go here in the power play. Now they get Sullivan off for Crossan. Benson goes back to the dot against Carlson. Shot on, a blocker save from Clay. First shot of the power play. Klein keeps it in, shoots it far side. That one off of Schmidt. Callison there, trying to feed Carlson up front and clear it away. Klein brings it back in as Callison bumps him, but it's offside on Northwest. Had a man backside on the blue line, and they'll take the opportunity to change things up. The Eagles will leave the same personnel out. Bilger out there as well with Schmidt, Carlson, and Callison. Face off one by Northwest, they bring it back in. Picked up by the Eagles, they trying to clear it away. Now top of the zone, tap towards the blue line by Schmidt, but not cleared. Kept in by Northwest. Now they fight along the near boards. This one skates along the blue line, held in by Northwest. They shoot it back down into the corner. Schmidt there, tried to get it to Carlson, a fan on it, now double teamed there. Now feeds it up to Mason. Cross ice pass intended for Callison, too far. Northwest will pick it up in the neutral zone, trying to move it ahead. Stolen away by Carlson. Mason going to move it in. Gives it to Callie, shot on, blocker save. He barely gets a piece of it. Almost a shorthanded chance there, still 28 to go. And this one's going to be icing on Northwest. So offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Eagles as they almost turn that hustle play into a goal. Wittenberg, McKay, Beckerly, and Alex Schmidt out for the rest of the kill as they win the draw. Down low, Chargers wrap around near side trying to get it out. McKay comes up the board. Sorry, you can't see it there. They're leaning over. It's the nature of the beast here at All-American. Northwest able to come away with it. They try to bring it out. They get it near side. Now try to feed in front. That one behind, picked up by McKay, and he shoots it out of the zone. They're going to call this icing. No, they're going to catch up to it. Not going to make it. Penalty over to Kristalovic, and the Eagles 1-for-1 on the kill. And they're going to try to put it back in. Schmidt has it, backhands it out of the zone. Pass Wittenberg and Kristalovic, and the Chargers bring it back in. Benchik has it near side. Takes it down low. Beckerly breaks it up, but fans on it. Shot on. That one way wide and off the outside corner. Popovich at the point, throws it back in for Northwest. Beckerly puts Ernst into the boards. Kristalovic comes over to help out, breaks it free, trying to get it to McKay. Whitehead comes back to him. Drew takes it out on his own. Doesn't cross center, throws it in, but not far enough. Sullivan there to pick it up. He can't clear it away. Eagles hold it in, but that one cleared up and out of play. Gonna face off offensive side. 7:34 to go in the first period. The Eagles out shooting Chargers 3-2, but still no score. Here in South County, now they're going to bring this out of the zone to the neutral zone. Presser, Welch, Stevie, Fager, and Matthews on. Welch wins this one back to Presser, cross eyes for Matthews. Nolan moves it ahead for Kipton. Now it's stolen away. Wong gets it out of the zone, off the skate, and here they come in. Presser back, that shot on. Pad save there for Clay, and out of the zone it goes. Welch near side, tips it ahead as he's bumped off. And now we're going to get a penalty called on Northwest as they're going to send a man off for for roughing. So Klein going to go for a rough on Welch. So to the power play go the Eagles with 7:16 to go. They'll put out Callie and Carlson. They'll put out Carlson, Welch, Fager. So we'll change it there on power play. One Schmidt and Bilger back on defense. Mason will take center as Welch goes to the left wing. Mason to the dot. One by Northwest. Trying to get it out. Bilger far side knocks it to the slot, but they're able to try to get it top of the zone. Welch there to backhand it back in. Now turtles out top zone again. This one will clear. Schmidt picks it up and backs up to his own blue line, trying to move it ahead for Carlson. Wong got a tip on it. Comes back to the Northwest blue line, and they'll throw it in. Bilger regains it, gets it to Fager, up over to Welch far side. Ooh, almost had it broke around. A good stick there from Northwest, breaks it up, they clear it away, and this will be charging. This should be icing on the Chargers. We'll get the face off far side.
Go, Blue!
Still a $1:26 to go in the power play. Carlson still at the dot, wins it over to Fager, back to Schmidt, top of the zone, shot on, that one off a leg, comes over to Fager. To Carlson, he'll put it off the boards, back out to John Schmidt. Far side for Bilger, steps up in the circle, trying to feed Welch in front too much. Clears through to the corner, Carlson gets it back. Assuming it's Fager, tried to hit Bilger far side, too far, comes out of the zone, gets it back to Kipton. He'll throw it in, but that's going to be offsides on the Eagles. With 1 minute to go exactly in the man advantage. Shots even at 3 apiece. Krasalovic comes on with Callison. And Stevie. Matthews and Presser on defense. Matthews has it. Moves it ahead for Stevie. Trying to push it ahead. That one off a skate. Comes back to center. Pushed ahead by Matthews. Now this one bounces around and comes back in for Northwest. Rattles around behind the Eagles' net. Up to Callison. At center. Drops it for Stevie. Jack will bring it in top of the zone. Dishes it off far side for Presser. Pulls it back. Sets it up. Looking for some help, now gets challenged, tied up, and the Chargers take it back. 2-on-1 if they hurry, but they can't. Stevie, good job to get back. They'll dump it in instead and chase it. That was on crossing. Good play there. Now far side in the corner. Nolan moves it up for Presser, taps it out of the zone. Callison's in the middle. Now Krasalovic comes over, clears them out, and this one deflects up and over Charger boards. Out of play, 11 seconds left on the power play. 5:27 to go in the first. Face-off coming in front of Charger bench. Wittenberg, Maddock, and McKay out up front. Beckerly and Alex Schmidt on the backside. Wittenberg to the dot for St. Louis, wins it. Nobody can control, still bouncing around now. Bo gets a stick on it, puts it into the Eagles zone. Cross from Beckerly, off the boards. Trying to get it to Maddock. That one intercepted, goes in. Play, plays it, leaves it, penalty over. So both teams over on the power play so far. Both one chance, both come up empty. Loose puck, Charger blue line, goes far side. Beckerly tried to knock it ahead. Now Maddock Takes a swing. Wittenberg comes out with it. Skates into the zone. Now he's pushed off by Sullivan. Nagel chases it. Tried to center it up for McKay, but out off a leg and goes back down low. Chargers try to clear it up again. Schmidt at the point holds it in. Now does it twice. Sullivan trying to clear it away again. Now they get it out. Bo has it on his stick. Gets it past Schmidt. Or excuse me, past Wittenberg. Eagles able to pick it up, clear it away. Maddox near side. Trying to bring it across center, lose it. Klein brings it back in near side. Trying to get it through Beckerly's legs, kicked away. Now Reese able to clear it back to center. The Eagles need a change, they take it. Ernst gets it to Klein, he puts it back in, but that's offside. Lee Popovich was stuck in the zone. We're gonna face off right here in front of us with 4:23 to go here in the first period. Benchik will go to the dot against Kristolovich. Down by the Chargers. Still battling on the boards here near side. Chargers drift back into their zone. Now in front, put on by Fossick, but that one kicked away. Now backhanded through the slot by Kristolovich. McKay got tied up, and the Chargers clear it back out the center, and they come in the other way. Pushed off by Schmidt. They get it back. Now Kristolovich puts a body on, and they're going to give him a roughing call as well. Interference. And that's a pretty ticky-tack interference call if you ask me, but nobody did, so we'll take that face off far side. Bench doesn't agree with it. Coach Anderson asking about that. As the referee's smiling, he must have said something interesting to him, still asking about the call. Didn't look like Drew did much on that one, but back to the kill we go with 3:52 to go here in the first period. Still not happy about the explanation. Now the referee puts a hand up as he's heard enough. That was a pretty clean hit. They give it to Northwest. Still top of the zone. Carlson tried to clear it away. They give it back up. Klein, shot, save, made. Clay able to get the rebound and swallow it up. Keep the scoreless here at 3:39 in the first. Bensick and Carlson again. Mason wins this one back for Presser. Double teamed immediately in the corner. He tried to get it up and out. Now top of the zone. Oh, Carlson is able to put a stick on it. Puts it off a skate. Now coming across, and they're going to call that one offsides as that one rolled off the toe of the stick. Carlson comes in ahead and he reaches back for it. Another stop at 3:25. So $1.34 to go in the power play for Northwest. Fager and Stevie out now up front with Beckerly and Schmidt on defense. Second shift of the kill here. Northwest wins this draw. Trying to get it out. They do. Bouncing puck comes into the zone. Schmidt gives Ernst a little shove down as they pick up the puck. Now Fager, far side, fans on it. Stevie able to come up, gets hooked down, and now we're going to get a call there. So that'll even things up here for a hot minute. 16 of 4-on-4 action as Ernst is going to go to the box on a hook. Here at 3:08. Welch, McKay, Bilger, and John Schmidt up front. Welch wins the draw to Schmidt. Tried to put it on the board. Takes a weird bounce off the glass. Comes back to Welch. Carries it into the circle. Shot on. Save made. We'll go again from the far dot. Bo goes to the circle for Northwest. By Bo. Chargers try to wrap it around to get it out. Eagles able to step up. That's Bilger, keeps it in. fighting near side, now bounces out into the Eagles zone. Schmidt picks it up there in front of his own net, gets it up for Welch. Pass over from McKay, that one off the backside of his stick, can't control, and they'll push this one ahead offside. And we'll get the face off here, near side? Yep, near side. So 49 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Caden Kane out now for the draw for the Eagles. He's out with Callison, Presser, and Matthews as Northwest gets this one to clear the zone. And they come on the back end, and the slot shot on that one through traffic and able to put it with the glove is Howie Clay. Both goalies coming up big here in this one so far to keep this one scoreless between the Eagles and the Chargers. Carlson back to the dot against Bo, 9 versus 9. Northwest wins it again. Bo's been good from the dot tonight. Eagles gonna have to figure him out. Beckerly chasing him back down low. Alex Schmidt has it there. Cross ice pass for Stevie. That one off of his hip and stick. Knocks it down far side, puts it in past Erickson. Now Carlson chases in, trying to center it up to Jack. Off a skate. Try to clear it. Schmidt has it at the point, turns around, feeds it back to Mason Carlson. Thought about dropping it, now does. It trickles back to the blue line. Beckerman steps up and throws it back in for the Eagles down low. Nobody there to chase. Everybody was pinched up top of the zone. This one cleared away by the Chargers. That'll go the length for icing. 1 second left. On the 4-on-4, then the Eagles will go back on the power play. About 44 seconds or so. Tossing McKay out there, Kristalovich out of the box. Oop. Still on the power play for 40 seconds. That one's in front. It's far side, kept in by the Eagles. Now the Chargers get it back, they'll bring it back out. Sorry about that, cleared off the wrong one. Vincent takes a shot from the point. That one flutters up high. Clay saves and leaves it for Schmidt far side. To Kristalovich, near side, he'll tip it away. 20 seconds left on the power play for the Eagles. Cleared away by the Chargers. Now it'll go the length of the ice, and that'll be an icing call with 1:21 to go and 13 seconds left. There we go. Welch, Stevie, and Fager up front as Northwest wins another draw. They can't clear it away. Held in by Fager, but to get it back. Down low, now they turn it over in the circle. Turned on by Welch. That one off the stick and goes wide far side. Penalty's over, and everybody back to their benches. They're on the ice, 5-on-5. They try to feed it in front. Too far for Stevie. Now Bilger can't pull the trigger. Dumps it back down low for Welch. Centered up again. Goes between the goalie and Fager and to the far side, right through the crease. Far board. They kick this one past Schmidt back out to center. Bilger picks it up as he backs up to his own blue line. Moves it back up for Kipton Fager. Kipton brings it in. Gets around. Backhanded off for Welch, but behind him. Tips it out top of the zone. Kept in by Schmidt. He'll throw it down low. Kipton put into the board by Popovich. 30 seconds left here in the first. Eagles trying to make something happen here in the closing moments. Gets it in front for Stevie. Can't really get it on. Covered up by Northwest with 25.1 to go. Still no score here. Coach Anderson going with his top lines here at the end of the period. It's Callison, Carlson, and Kane come back out for the face-off here. Presser and Matthews will be back on defense. Mason to the dot. Northwest wins this one after it was tied up in the circle, and they'll shoot it down the length. No, you're going to wave it off as it holds up between the circle and the line. They get it cross ice to the circle, shot on. That one off the blocker and foot, cleared away by Matthews. Good job there from Nolan to get a piece of that and get it out of harm's way. Now Kane puts it off the boards and out. This will go the length, but it's not going to make it before the end of the period. Blues avoid the icing. And we go to the second, all knotted at 0 here at All-American. Yeah, I think so. Game about as even as you can get. Shots equal 6 apiece, no scores. We go to the second period. Both teams taking a couple of penalties, a couple of power plays for each one. Both have come out unscathed, as both goalies, Luce for the Chargers and Clay for the Eagles, made some big saves to keep their teams even here through 15. Two teams will face off once again tomorrow evening, 7:10 out in Fenton at the Forum. If you're around or out that way, come on by. I'm sure they'll have the warmers on out there, a little better seating situation than here at All-American. Game prior to this one had a little bit of attention from everybody. Afton versus Southern Illinois, as the Ice Hawks took a 3-1 lead at the end of the first period, and Afton came back, won that game 4-3. 10U game, it was fun to watch. Underway here in the second. Carlson, Callison, and Kane started off, but Northwest wins the draw. Into the zone. Carlson ties him up. Now Presser. Presser ties him up far side. Matthews has it on the near side. Tried to get it to Callison. Tips it out, not far enough for Kane, but Carlson there to help out. Mason brings it in the circle. Speeds it to Kane. Oh, tips it on just wide. That missed the outside post by about 3 inches. Boy, he had it wide open. Just a deflection that bounced out. Now he seals it away. 2-on-1. Trying to feed Mason in front as Popovich is without a stick. Still tied up. Kane goes down. Mason pulls it out. Shoots the score! Mason Carlson picks up the loose puck. Everybody lost sight of it except for him. 14-18 to go in the second. Eagles take a 1-0 lead. Mace picks up where he left off last weekend in Chicago. Gets the first one here tonight for the Eagles. And they're up here now early in the second. Salvage, McKay, and Fostick out. Try to add to it. Carlson. Another big goal. Fostick tried to move it in. Krasalvich taps it from that loose puck top of the zone, tipped in by Jake. Has McKay in front, trying to feed him. That one deflected. Still loose in the slot. Now tipped away by a swarm of players. Now they all bunch up in the corner. Drops back near side for Schmidt on the point. Had all kinds of room and time. Took a shot at that one center mass. Easy save there with 13:49. Eagles feeling it here now. Try to build on this. They'll keep everybody out. Salvage will go back to the dot as the Chargers change out their personnel. Try to match up. One by the Chargers, back down low, past Allen to the far side. Beckerly steps up, gets a piece, comes top of the circle. McKay has it roll off his stick. Beckerly there to help out, throws it back down low, but the Chargers there to get it. Put up the boards near side. Tied up there by Kristalovic. And McKay. Fostick waiting top of the circle as Schmidt mans the point. Beckerly sitting top of the zone. Still tied up under the feet. Another one trying to move. Now it's stalemated. Now we'll get a stop and play as it becomes stalemated. We'll get another face off in the circle here near side. Eagles will put Maddock, Wittenberg, and Jack Stevie out up front. Bilger and John Schmidt on the backside. Wittenberg will go to the dot for the Eagles. As Bennett trying to win this one. Wittenberg ties him up and wins it away, but can't get it back to Schmidt. It's picked up by Tankavicius. Puts it into his own, the Eagles zone, excuse me. They still have it, trying to center it up. That one off of Bilger's stick. Gets it up to Stevie. Oh, he tried to Put it through the leg, now tipped ahead by Bilger as he got up on the forecheck but couldn't move it too far ahead. Drop it back into the Eagles zone. Schmidt picks it up there. Got some time trying to get to Stevie. That one intercepted, kept in by the Chargers down low. Over to Maddock. Off his backhand, trying to hit Wittenberg. That one intercepted, thrown in off the side of the Eagles net. Schmidt tied up down low. Double team, trying to get it up and does. Gets to Wittenberg. Oh, but that one takes the wrong way, bounce off his stick, and they turn it over in the zone. Benson can't get it on. Is Maddock able to tip that away? Still in, it can't clear. Has it top of the slot, shot on, pad save, and Clay stands strong there, top of the crease, able to put it on, and now we got some extracurriculars behind the net as Bilger took some exception to the poke at Clay as he covered the puck. Pat on the head from the official tells them both they're okay. Send them to their benches, and we'll have a line change for each squad here. 12-14 and an offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Chargers. Eagles lead 1-0 on a goal from Mason Carlson here early in the second period. He's back now, takes the faceoff. Vanderplum has it as he won it back, but no one was there to pick it up. Has to come back, plays it off the board, but they still control, trying to drop it back to Vanderplum, and Carlson there puts it out, held in at the point by the Chargers. Back down low. Vanderplum has it, battles against Carlson, puts it off the boards again and kept in once more. Bounces off some legs, Vanderplum again. Awful lot of bodies, but only 2 sticks have played this puck so far in the zone, and that's been Carlson and Vanderplum. Now Presser able to get a piece of it and gets it out to Crossan as he backs it through his own blue line. Moves it up to Bow at center, off the boards, past the defender. Carlson has it top of the zone, but can't get it out. Dropped back by by Matthews. Carlson has it, leaves it for Kane. Over to Matthews, near side. Nolan turns directions again, tries to set it up. Gets it over near side, that one bounces out, takes a shot in, and a glove save there for play. Matthews, far side, intended for Kane, too far. Chargers keep it in. Back top of the zone. They flip it back in. Eagles all over him in the corner. Matthews turns around, leans in. Carlson picks it up, tries to flip it out. They can't. Sullivan holds it in again as he steps in down low. Nobody left on the point, but they control there. Now they drop it back as they fan on the shot attempt. It comes over to Crossan near side. He'll dump it back in for Sullivan. Matthews takes him out of the play. Carlson picks it up. Vanderplum able to take the loose puck far side. Not able to get a lot of good wood on it. Crossan has it again. That one deflects off a stick and then off the post. Top of the circle. That one deflects, but they can't clear. Still in. Now bouncing puck. That one finally comes back to center. Crossan there to bump it back in. That one's going to be no icing as Clay plays it on the line. They waved it off immediately. Now off a Matthews stick out to center, trying to hit Welch as he steps in. Pulls it back, turns around, pinned it against the board. Tried to center it, nobody there. Callison was going for the change. Schmidt onto the ice at center, drops it back for Welch. That one deflects high, but lumped down by Cross, and he'll bring it back in, into the circle. Hits him in the, tried to hit Ernst in the slot. That one behind him. They keep control. Crossing near side, tried to put it far side, back door, no shot. Oh, now this one on and saved. As that'll leave in the shot, so she gives the Chargers a lead with 9 shots to 8. Chargers still controlling. The Eagles had a heck of a time getting this out. Now this shot in through traffic off the blocker. Knocked down, and now Schmidt clears it out to center. Beaker tries to move it ahead past Stevie. That one intercepted by the Chargers. They tried to bring it back in. Now picked up again by the Eagles. As Schmidt working in front, tried to pull it in front. Goalie goes down. Now they clear it away. They're going to say icing on the Chargers. And a big chance there for the Eagles to put one in. Instead, 9:18 to go in the second. We'll get an offensive zone faceoff, and the Chargers out shooting the Eagles now 11-9. The Eagles hold the 1-0 lead on Carlson's goal. It's been a game of near misses. Both goalies have been big. Kostalovich, Bostic, and McKay out with Bilger and Schmidt. Kostalovich steps back, tried to keep it in, out at the point. This will trickle out. Past Bostic, turns around, able to put it back in, but momentarily they clear it back away. Bilger drops it back for Schmidt. Oh, now turns it over in front. Bo overskated it, and a lucky break there for the Eagles. They're able to get it back. Now they get it to McKay. Jackson brings it across center into the zone. Nice little move around, a little toe drag. Shot on that one, deflects high and off the glass. And Builder has a far side, feeds Fostick in the corner. He's bumped off. Chargers take control behind their net. Tried to get in the way of that one, and the Chargers able to put it off the board and out to center. Hit the head, picked up by McKay. Jackson back, drops it for Kristalovich, a little behind him. Has to come back for it, but still able to put it in the zone. Nothing working as Allen fans on it, getting it out. Put it back in by McKay, needs a change. Gets off, Fager comes back on for him. Cleared away by the Chargers. This will be icing on Northwest with 8:13 to go here in the second period. Been a little more hectic here the last couple of minutes as the Chargers lived in the Eagles zone there for a good 3 or 4 minutes. The Eagles were able to fend it off, a couple of big saves and some defensive plays. See if the Eagles can take advantage here. Wittenberg at the dot. Gets them all tied up, but Moyla against Maddox. Reese puts him into the boards. Still loose. Now they come out with it, top of the zone. They throw it off the boards near side. Throw it in as Fager bumps him off. Clay plays it, leaves it for Bilger, but he turns it over. Now Chargers have it out in front. Near side, thrown on, not a lot. Matthews gets a piece of it. They can't clear it. Now Wittenberg has it in front of his own net. Backhands it, can't clear it. Now it trickles out off a skate. Vanderplum there to pick it up, put it back in for Northwest. Down low. Wittenberg steps up into him, tries to get a piece. Now Matthews gets it, but puts it right in the skates. They hold it in. Sullivan does, and this one past Reese. And down low behind the net, Presser there. Double team. As Wittenberg able to steal it away, has some time and space. Looks up, sees he's got one ahead, and that's Fager. Kipton brings it across center, goes cross ice. Maddox got carried into the zone. Kipton luckily picked his head up, saw it, and kept it out. Put it in, but nothing working. Now Wittenberg bumps him off as they clear it away, put back in by the Eagles. They go for the change. Callison will chase it down in as they put Carlson, Kane, Beckerly, and Matthews still on there. Butcher taken down for Northwest. Kane has it, gets it to Callison, top of the slot, shot on, glove save, and now stop play at 6:49 to go in the second. Carlson back to the dot. Everybody stays out for the Eagles. Wins it back, intended for Schmidt, but picked up by the Chargers. Settles in the circle. Beckerly there to play it, but can't clear it. Allen holds it in. Now he'll play on the brakes and dump it back around near side. Crossan will try to pick it up near side, but Callison there. Clear it away. Back to center. Try to reset. They get it past Callie. Alex Schmidt there to pick it up. Puts it cross ice out of the zone, back to center. Up and in. Benzik, 2-on-1. Shot on! That one off the stick. And it comes down, knocked down by a high stick. They miss it, but play there to cover it up. That one off a Northwest high stick, and neither official called it. Had that situation last weekend in Chicago against North Carolina. It looked like initially it had gone off a shoulder, and upon watching the video later on, that definitely went off a stick well above the shoulders. Both officials missed it, as the pair last weekend let a lot of the big stuff go and called a lot of ticky-tack little stuff. Made their day a lot harder. It was the equalizer, as the Eagles had the lead at that time, tied the game, sent it to overtime. And the Bears ended up winning. The Eagles trying to get it out. Had a heck of a time clearing it out. Good stick there by Fager. Avoids a shot from the slot, but they still can't clear. Schmidt down in the corner. Pins them up there. Where the Eagles tend to be shooting, they seem to be. Trying to knock it out. This shot on off the pad, but stays in. Schmidt off the boards near side. Fager had fallen down though. Now turned over in the slot. Stevie able to poke it out. They can hurry. Oh, I couldn't get it past Chargers defense. Could have had a 2-on-1. Instead, it comes back in. Now this one broken up in the middle by Stevie. Now the zone once more. Welsh tried to steal it away, but couldn't get to it. Bilger streaks up, gets hooked, they let it go. Tips in, Sullivan there to steal it away. He'll throw it around backside of the net. Schmidt's going to step up against Wong near side. Can't quite get there, he'll clear away. Picked up by Stevie once more, gets it over to Bilger. He'll throw it in as the Eagles go for a change. McKay will chase it into the zone alone with Welsh. On the backside, now Stevie comes up near side as they bring it back out into the Eagles' end. Knocked down into the corner. Presser puts on the brakes, ties him up, tried to drop it back, but Matthews headed for the net to help cover. Get some help from player near side and see who that was. Now Matthews far side tips it in, but going to be offsides as Stevie had 1 foot on the ice. Face off will come right in front of the bench. 4:35 to go here in the second. Kristalovich, McKay, and Fostick out. Presser has it off the face-off. Throws it in, that one off a stick and on net. And there's no choice but to cover. Take this face-off here in the far circle. Kristalovich stays out for the draw. One by the Charger, they wrap it around and get it out. The Eagles aren't able to make it. You got to clear the zone. They do. Bring it back in. Matthews and Kristalovich on the point along with McKay. They shove it back down into the corner. Sullivan there wraps it around far side, off the far boards. They get it back down. They're going to try to hold it and reset. Sullivan has it near side, off the boards, trying to get it up and out. Tipped back by Fostick. They say no. Kept in. Good job there from Jacob. McKay chasing him, can't pick it up. Now turned over to Fostick, far side. Runs into the official. Tickles out in front. Kristalovich trying to shove it in as he gets out of the way. Who's able to keep it away and now trickles into the Eagles zone. A good chance there as the official almost kind of helped out. Now they turn it over. Vanderplum has it down low. For Northwest, throws it on. Stick save there for Clay. Puck back and forth here near side. Comes back in once more for the Eagles. Now comes back. Callison has it. Trying to shoot it across for Kane. Off the stick of Moylan and back to Kane. Throws it in. We got a penalty coming up on Northwest. We're going to get a roughing call. So the Eagles are going to go back to the power play with 3:08 to go here in the second. See if they can add to their 1-0 lead. Vanderplum's the one going to go for the rough here. 2-minute penalty. It must have been outside of our viewfinder here in the middle. Put Carlson, Callison, and Kane out for the power play. Bilger and John Schmidt on the backside. Schmidt will take the right side, and Bilger here on the left. Mason to the dot against Bensick. Tanka Vicious up front for the Chargers with Crossan as well. Eagles win the draw. Schmidt puts it in front for Carlson. Looking for a second, he gets it! Mason gets the second of the night on the power play here. Eagles with a power play goal. 3:02 to go in the second period. Mason Carlson makes it 2-0.
Go Chargers, pick it up tonight.
Wittenberg, McKay, and Maddock off the restart. Tanka Vicious brings it in, streaks past Schmidt as he forces them out wide. They drop it back to the point. Shot in, intercepted there by Reese. Had McKay and Wittenberg ahead. Tried to hit Jackson too far. Comes in the zone ahead of them all. Now they wrap it around far side. That one off the boards and out. Maddock got his stick tied up in the skates. They drop back top of the zone. Now Wittenberg picks it up as Charger loses a stick, and we're going to get an offsides call here. Or a hand pass. Couldn't quite see it. I was trying to look around the pole. coming down into the Eagles zone, so I assume it's a hand pass. Switch things up, put Welsh, Seavey, and Fager out with Presser and Matthews. Draw one by the Chargers, shot on, save made by Howie Clay. Oh. Win this one again, Presser down low, able to get this one off the face-off. Tries to put it off the board, that one off a body, comes back to him, able to gain it back. Gives it to Matthews, now trying to feed Welsh, that pass behind him, so the length to be icing on the Eagles. They had Gavin out ahead of everybody, but the pass well behind. And we'll get this one here in the near circle in the Eagles zone. 2:11 to go here in the second. Eagles up 2-0 on 2 goals from Mason Carlson, including a power play goal here in the second period. Welsh goes back to the dot for St. Louis. Wins it to Matthews. Nolan puts it off the lower dashers and over far side for Stevie. Jack takes his time, dumps it back. Nolan Matthews will drop back once more. Now he puts it off the board for Presser far side. Gonna get pinched in, and they do. Well, Welsh double team far side. They turn it over top of the zone, popping a shot. That one goes well over the net and off the glass. Vanderplum can't handle this one. Turns it over to Presser. Throws it out of the zone. Now they blow a tire center. 2-on-1 for the Eagles. Welsh brings it in off a skate. Trying to hit. Oh, what a save! Oh, shit. Hey, that shot scores. Pretty sure that was Blade Presser.
Everything good? Everything's good.
The Eagles get their third on the 12th shot of the night. Pretty sure Presser gets this one. Nope. And now the Eagles able to bring it back in again. That was an unexpected shot and score. It looked like it had been saved. Eagles able to take a 3-0 lead. Now this shot in off the stick of Clay goes wide far side. 1:13 to go. I'm waiting for it to count down to restart the clock. Now Welsh falls down. They had the 2-on-1 and they had come back. 1 minute to go here in the period. Thrown back in by the Eagles. Back to center, and Chargers try to bring it back in. Klein had the top of the circle, throws it back in down low. Wraps around, double team there. Kostalovich gets it over to Schmidt. He tries to get it out. They get it up to Clay, or excuse me, to Kane. He'll dump it in. They go for the change. 30 seconds to go in the first period, or excuse me, the second period. Now this one tipped away by Schmidt. Alex brings it up into the zone on his own near side. Down low, gets turned around, double team there, gets some help from Carlson, has 2 goals tonight. Back out to center. Ernst trying to bring it in. Takes a shot on, pad save there for Clay. 4 seconds to go. And that'll do it for the second period. The Eagles get too late in the second. They'll take a 3-0 lead into the third. Into the third, and they win the draw and put one in. There's a couple of tickets run off the clock there. Down to 14:50. 20 shots on goal for the Chargers, and play saved them all. Welsh back to the dot. They win this one on, and Howie able to push that one away from harm's way. And Welsh back down low. Welsh able to tried to hit Kipton out at center. That one tied up. Chargers turn around trying to come back in. They need to get one back. And one of the call there is not going to get it as they fell over at the blue line. Now Schmidt picks it up, gets it up to Kipton Fager. Brings it in now, and a good stick there by the Chargers to get it away, but he gets it back. Trying to hit Welsh. Has it. Shot on. Save made. Rebound shot. Score! Kipton Fager gets in on the action. He gets the fourth one for the Eagles. 14:19 to go in the third period. Eagles take a 4-0 lead. Big rebound goal there. And everybody knows the 3-0 lead is the most dangerous one in hockey. Fourth goal is huge here. See if the Eagles can get one more, get this thing moving towards an early conclusion. Kristalovich out with McKay and Fostick, Builder, and Schmidt. McKay able to clear it up to Kristalovich. Drew says, maybe I can take care of it. Toes it on, rebound again. Oh, they blow this one quick as that was loose. Close had it rebound off of his stick and gets a mercy of an official's whistle. 14:03 to go, and we'll get a stop here. Restart from his right side. Drop one again by the Eagles. Back to Builder, top side shot on. That one goes wide, but sticked away by Post, and now he'll cover it up and stop it once more. Bye. Shot in off of the face-off and save made.
Win the face-off!
Wittenberg there again. Try to win it once more and does. Back to Schmidt. Puts it back down for Kipton. Trying to center it up for Maddock. Wittenberg puts one on. Now Fager puts one on. That one deflects high off of a Charger stick and into the net. They'll switch up the defensive pairing. Put out Presser and Matthews. They'll leave Wittenberg, Maddock, and Fager up front. Elliott's won the last three face-offs. See if he can win a fourth. They do. He gets it back in the circle, dumps it back down low. Fager can't get there. They bounce out to the point. Matthews able to kick it down, but can't control. Now a chance for the Chargers. Oh, good job from Presser to get back and get in the way of that. Now Matthews gets a stick on it, but they can't clear it. Now Wittenberg gets a piece. Knocks back behind the net. Comes out to the circle. Maddock there with it. Reese throws it off with a stick out for Fager. Kipton comes in all alone. Makes a move around, shot on. That one rolled off the toe of his stick wide, and the goalie will cover it up and stop things at 13-14 here in the third.
Oh, they do.
Apparently there's a 6-7 discussion going on, and I have no idea what that means. It officially means I'm old. These kids are not. And one of them is Mason Carlson. He's at the dot. Can't win it. Allen has it, puts it off the boards and out of play, and that'll stop things at 13:08. Chargers not without their chance of outshooting the Eagles 20-16 currently, but the Eagles 4-0 lead. 2 goals for Mason Carlson in the first and second. Lane Presser and Kipton Fager, and now we get a goal off the face-off. And I think that might have been off of, I think it might be Carlson's third of the night.
They're forfeiting it.
A hat trick for Carlson. Makes it 5-0, 13:06 to go here in the third as he scores one off the face-off. And we'll have a rolling clock here off the face-off with the Eagles in a 5-0 lead. They'll keep Carlson, Callison, and Kane out there. Chargers win the draw. Klein brings it in, but pushed off by Presser. Now this shot goes off a lane. Now off the glass down low. Kane trying to bring it out. Caden gets the top of the zone, picked up by Carlson. Maybe he wants a fourth. Think of Vicious, able to steal that. Gives it to Clay. Now Callison tripped up, but they don't see it. He might have fallen on his own accord. It looked like a stick under there, but they let it go. Get this one moving here as they've got an empty net with 12.5 to go here in the third. Six skaters on the ice for Northwest. They've got to try to get back into this one here early. Empty net for them. Eagles have it in their own end. Presser far side. Off his backhand, trying to get it the far board. Think of Vicious there. Puts that off. Can't move it anywhere. Now Welsh clears it. This will go wide of the net and be icing on St. Louis. We'll get a face-off coming to Clay's left side. And keep this thing rolling. Sorry about that. Have it there for 11:46 to go here in the third. Go far side. Mason Carlson with a hat trick tonight. Presser and Fager with one, and the Eagles in control of this one, 5-0 here in the third. Fager has it far side. That was Stevie and Welsh. Also, Stevie had the breakaway on Presser's goal as the shot ricocheted back to Lane. He was able to throw it in and sneak it under the pads. The fourth goal of the game. Beckerly steps up as he's cross-checked down top of the circle. Eagles try to throw it on. That one knocked down in front by the Chargers. They get it back to center, but Schmidt there to pick it up at the blue line. Throws off the boards far side, intended for Fager, not far enough. Chargers bring it back in. Now this one pushed away by Schmidt far side. Stevie picks it up along the boards. Throws it behind the net for Beckerly near side. Blake trying to move it up. Welsh picks up the loose puck, brings it out of the zone. Gavin backhands it up to Pipton Fager. Brought it by Stevie, but that one's going to be offside on the Eagles. And that'll run a few more seconds off the clock. Eagles will take their time making the change. They'll put out Fostick, Kristolovich, and McKay up front. Schmidt and Bilger on the backside. Vanderpool will go to the dot for Northwest. Net still empty for Northwest as they're trying to get one back and get back into this one. They get the draw, get it up to Vanderpool. Brings it in the zone, 3 wide, kicks it ahead for himself, top of the slot. Huffer shot, that one pad save. As Clay able to kick that one out of the way. Far side, Eagles trying to clear, they do. Kristolovich brings it out on his backhand and switches to his forehand. Now on the backhand, flips it towards the net, that one wide. Off the boards down low, Foster chases to the corner. They go to clear it up near his side. McKay off the boards, puts it into the zone. He and Kristolovich at the point. They battle there, and Northwest able to clear it. Schmidt picks it up near center, now turns around, throws it back in. Picked up there by the Chargers.
The top one. Second to the top.
And they did give that one to Lane Presser, so he did get it. They put this one on, and Clay able to make the save. Somebody without a stick, and that's, can't tell who it is. Everybody out there right now has one. Whoever was already skated off, and the Eagles able to clear it away with 9:20, clock ticking away with a 5-0 lead. Bo brings it in now, knocks the stick out of Maddox's hand. Shot, and they score! Northwest gets one with 9:12 to go in the third. Oop. It is definitely still 5-1. As Clay was able to make the save, it kicked right back out.
Go Eagles, get it back.
Restart off center, and now Chargers trip up their own men as Wittenberg won the draw. Stick laying on the ice, that's Benson. Eagles put it back in, trying to get an empty netter. It's still empty. Now shot in and scored. Wittenberg will get the empty netter. So they get the goal right back at 8:57. Wittenberg able to get himself on the score sheet for the night. Empty net goal for him makes it 6-1. Clock will continue to roll at 8:44. Somehow I gained 20 seconds, and let's try it again here. 8:32 to go. Okay, there we go. One disadvantage not having it connected to the scoreboard. I have to manually do this thing, and sometimes I got fat fingers, y'all, and sometimes they just kind of mess up. Always end up getting it right in the end, and the good thing is it's in our advantage. Up into the netting, that stops things. Now I'll peel another 10, 15 seconds off the clock. Carlson, Callison, Kane line up with Beckerly and Schmidt. They win it back. Chargers take control in the corner, trying to get back to the point. This one cleared away by the Eagles. It'll roll into the net as Blake Beckerly will get a goal. I think it was Blake Beckerly that got that one backhanded in. I couldn't quite see it. Makes it 7-1. Net still empty for Northwest. Sullivan on the point, holds it in. Shot in, glove save there for Clay. 7 to play here in the third. Eagles having their way. A game that was anticipated to be fairly close. This team played Toledo to a 0-0 tie into a shootout last weekend in Chicago, a team that your Eagles lost 5-0, or excuse me, 5-1 to on Saturday. This is indeed a bold strategy. Got that one too. Correction, Beckerly did not get the goal. Mason Carlson got his 4th of the night on that tip in on the empty net, so Mason with 4. And we're going to get a call here as this one came back in offside. Chargers will try to get back into it with the Eagles tomorrow night. We'll go puck drop at 7:10 out in Fenton. We'll see if they can get right here on the weekend. I'll have to check and see if they're playing anybody else tomorrow morning. Perhaps they'll take on the Sting or the Knights at nights. And Sting sitting above the Eagles currently in the standings, but the Eagles with their current win streak helping them move up in the standings here rather quickly. They currently sit in the 9th spot. We'll see how things end up after this weekend. This one deflected into the Eagles bench, and we'll get a restart in the far circle. Everybody takes their time. Benson will go to the dot for Northwest. Krasalovic for the Eagles, and though Drew won the draw, left it, and Chargers will take over. Bo has it behind the Eagles net, tied up there with John Schmidt. Now Drew comes in to help out. Gives Bo, and Benson trickles out for Fossick. Take everybody wanting to get on the score sheet here tonight. Goals from Carlson, Presser. Carlson with 4. Presser with 1. Fager with 1. Wittenberg with an empty netter. Had this one in firm control at 7-1. Under 5 to go. Vanderpool bring it back in. Makes a move around Schmidt. Nice little move. Shot on. Saved there for Clay. How he's been a wall for the last couple of weeks and continues his impressive play here tonight. As he's pulling duty on multiple teams. As I understand, he's playing 2 high school teams as well. Many of these kids are, and a lot of them are freshmen, playing JV and varsity, along with their CSDHL schedule, and they are going to be well seasoned and pretty fit by the end of the season. They are able to break this one free. Krasalovic doesn't make too much of an effort for it. Don't want to put it back down too much on this one. Deflects back in, but offside. With 4 to play here in the third. Close game at the end of the first was only a 1-0 lead for the Eagles. They got 2 late in the second. Make it 3-0. Outscored the Chargers 4-1 here in the third. Put this one out of reach early. This one centered up. Wittenberg can clear it. Now cleared away by Kane. This will be icing on the Eagles once more. And more time will tick away on this one. Again, next weekend take on the Sting in game 2 of their season series. That will be out at the Mills next Friday night. And then the Nashville Warriors come to town on Saturday, and we're going to have a penalty come up right here on the Eagles. They'll go to a 6-on-4. As Matthews touches it now, they blow the whistle at 2:57, and that'll continue to tick as they bring everybody in. And now we have, take that back, they're going to give this to Northwest. Zimbrowski is going to take a penalty. No indication on what it was. He had his hands in the air as he skated the box. I thought it was going to be against the Eagles as players from both teams touched the puck. 2:46, they put one on the board. Continues to tick away. .224 to play, and they'll continue to roll here. $1:30 left on the penalty. Wittenberg, Maddock, and Kane out for the power play. They put the goalie back in net for the restart. Let's see if they pull him back again, down 6 here with 2 to play in the third. Klein goes to bring it in near side for the Chargers. Held up there, they cleared away. Maddock picks it up near side, tips it ahead. Can't get it far enough below the tire. He tries to reach it now, trickles back into the Eagle zone. Matthews there to pick it up. Goalie's still in net for Northwest as Kane has it, flips it around near side. Boyd's the referee, and he loses it now up the heel, trying to put it ahead for Carlson, turns it over. Mason comes back to the slot, picks it up. Maybe he wants his 5th goal tonight. Puts it off the board's far side, trying to get past Wong. Now Kane picks it up, puts it through the legs of Maddock before he's taken out by Klein at center. Chargers bring it back in, but that one turned over. Oh, but then turned over again by Callison. But then they turn it over to Beckerle. Blake throws that one out of the zone. Back to center. Sullivan brings it in the circle. Carlson wraps him up around backside. They're just going to let things go here. No blood, no foul on this one, trying to get this one over with. They hit Stevie in front. That one tipped on, and the goalie able to make the save with a minute to go. And 5 seconds left on the power play for the Eagles. They'll come out of the box before the face-off with about 50 seconds left. And this has been a game of attrition for about the last 9 minutes or so. Chargers were able to get one back as they pulled the goalie and went 6-on-5. Got a ricochet rebound goal, and we're able to put one back in now. Late change up front. We'll put Wittenberg back at center. 27 seconds to go. Drop back one by the Chargers, but Beckerle able to hold it in at the point. Flips it backhand down. Can't get it deep. Chargers there to pick it up. Try to get it back out. Can't. Wittenberg ties him up in the corner. He's content with holding it there with 12 to go. Ties him up. Moves it just enough to keep the clock rolling. Now Klein comes in with Zimbrowski. Hits Maddock up high with a stick. Again, they let everything go, and that'll do it. Eagles come in and drop 4 in the third period. Take command of this one after a 3-0 lead. After 2, win this one 7-1. As Clay saves 23 of 24. Gives the Eagles a 7-1 win. Again, we'll go tomorrow night from Fenton. 7:10 puck drop at the Forum. Between these two teams, again, see if the Eagles can keep their win streak alive here in CSDHL play. Good showing here on a Friday night. We'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your beautiful Saturday. If you got a Jeep, take the top off and get out there and roam around. This might be the last good day of the fall before winter sets in. We'll see you tomorrow night from Fenton. One more time here from South County. Eagles 7, Chargers 1. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Until then, thanks for watching, everybody.